everyone, I'm Brendan.
And I'm Karen.
And together we're Fox and Rabbit. We're filming this, our 29th Flosstube, on Friday the 16th of December.
Yeah.
So a week before Christmas. We actually managed to do a 2-week interval.
Again.
Wow. Something.
This was meant to be our Christmas one. We were meant to have our hats and everything. And we're up here at the studio and we realised we left them at home. And as Brent has to get stuck into dyeing straight after this video, we just didn't have time to go home and get them. Yep. We may or may not do a quick festive video next Friday or Christmas Eve maybe. We'll see how we're going. Maybe not. Okay.
Okay, so what's happened since our last Flosstube? It's only 2 weeks and not much has happened.
No.
We had our Christmas party, our
we
work
did.
Christmas party. It was well attended by all staff members.
Just the two of us.
No one got drunk. No one danced on tables.
But we did consume a couple of margaritas.
There was no sexual harassment, unlike some other parties that have been in the news lately.
Yeah.
But we had a good time.
Yep.
We went down into the city and we went and had lunch at a pub, and then went and saw the Van Gogh Alive exhibition.
The second one. We went to the first one 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was during the pandemic, so it was a bit. But this was the second one, the new and improved one, and it was much better.
Yeah. So this time we went down midweek, earlier in the day, so there wasn't many people there. We almost had the place to ourselves, which was nice.
Oh, it was so much nicer than the first time when there were crowds and the pandemic was happening and everyone was masked up, but still you didn't enjoy it as much because there was so many people crammed in there. But this time we just sat and just drunk it all in. It was beautiful, fabulous. So, yeah, and it was better than the last one too. It was longer. And there was much more to see. They had some walk-in sort of interactive areas when you walked in and then when you came out, which was lovely. You sort of walked into a starry night and then you walked out into a field of sunflowers. So we've got a couple of photos which we'll insert here. But yeah, grand Christmas party of two. So that's down in the Sydney Entertainment quarter.
Quarter,
yep.
At Fox Studios.
At Fox Studios. So, yeah, if anyone's in Sydney, we can thoroughly recommend that. It's way better than the first one. So, yeah. And you bought me flowers.
We got flowers at the markets
flower
there.
Market, which was beautiful.
Yeah, they were really beautiful flowers.
They're still beautiful through the house, so that was lovely. Wish we lived closer, we'd have them every week. Anyway, yeah. And what else happened, Bryn?
Fabric finally arrived.
Yay! Oh.
Yeah. So it's been another drama getting our linen over from Germany.
It's just been in customs, 2 weeks?
I don't know what's going on. It was in and out and in and out and in and out of customs.
It was terrible.
No one can tell us why.
Yeah.
DHL have just wiped us. They're basically saying it's arrived now, so we're not going to investigate any further.
It was nothing to do with Wyong. It was all to do with either DHL or Australian customs. We can't get to the. We just can't get to the.
So
we reason. We just hope it doesn't happen with the next
third time, fourth time it'll be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll have to look at changing freight companies. I think, because it's just ridiculous. We're paying for an express service, and it's taking 3 weeks to get here, which isn't good.
No, but it's here now.
Yeah.
On the shelves, we're going to start.
Started cutting it yesterday.
Yep, Brendan actually did the cutting. The one good thing is we, following on from a Zoom that we did last weekend, we were talking about my shoulder and the fact that it's going to make cutting very difficult. As I said, Bren did it. Bren's done it the last couple of days, but it's just. You've actually got some quotes for
an automatic cutting table.
Yeah.
So hopefully all going well, I'll order that on Monday. Probably won't arrive before Christmas now, but it'll arrive just after Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's going to speed our cutting process up as well as saving Karen's shoulder.
My arm, yeah. So my arm is very good for all those who've asked. Thank you. I am trying to keep it as immobile as I can. But it's not always the easiest thing, but we are, but I am trying. I do not want to eventually have to have shoulder reconstruction. So I think this machine looks amazing. There's a couple of different companies. They're pretty much the same thing. So you're just waiting on.
They look like they're all the same machine.
Pretty much.
Putting different stickers on them.
Yeah.
They're all coming from China.
It literally comes off a big roll, stretches out across the table, and this little zip machine just cuts it for us. So, yeah, that'll be amazing. I'm just very excited about that. It just means too, because the fabric was so late arriving, and with my shoulder and wanting to wait for this machine to arrive, we're probably going to, we're still having a break over Christmas, but not the nice break we were going to have. We're going to have to be in and out, trying to catch up on orders.
Yeah.
But it'll still be a bit relaxing. We aren't going to be here at 7 every day. It'll just be every couple of days coming in, probably putting in a long day. You do, not me.
When were you ever here at 7?
Brendan gets here at 7.
You get here about 10.
I, in fairness, can tend to work the other end of the day, Brendan. I've pulled a few all-nighters here. Don't even start with me.
I get here at 7 and leave at like 8 or 9.
Anyway, that is not true.
It is
not
true.
Anyway.
Well, not lately because I haven't had any fabric to
That's
tie.
the trouble. Yeah, so as I said, we'll still have a nice Christmas break. You know, we'll have some days at the beach and at a lake and stuff, but we will come in.
Well, that depends on the weather.
Yeah,
the
it's
rains
raining
have
today.
come back, so.
But it's been beautiful weather, so we can't complain. So, yeah. So that was good news. And then during the week, I popped down with some friends, met up with some friends down at the Gogh down in Sydney for a bit of a pre-Christmas stitchy get-together. And that was lovely. We went to the Gogh and then we went to the pub and had a very nice lunch. So that was lovely. And then I'm having it.
I worked.
Brendan worked, yeah. Everyone wanted to know where Brendan was, but he had to work. So, but yeah, we are going to have my friend Linda and Naomi are coming around for a Christmas Eve little stitching day just in the morning here at the studio next week. So that'll be nice too. So yeah, so that was a lovely day out.
So talking about stitching day, so we've had some downtime.
Because we've been waiting.
And there's been a room in the studio that has looked...
It was our dumping room when we first moved up here. So everything just got shoved in that room.
It's... I'm making sure I don't swear. It's been full of rubbish, a whole bunch of stuff. It's not actual rubbish. It's all the stock that we had left over from the shop.
That we didn't sell.
The old fixtures that we had to get rid of were in there, and just general stuff that had just been dumped because we didn't have anywhere else to put it.
That was already in boxes at the house that we never unpacked from our move from the Blue Mountains. That then got all dumped in this room, and we just closed that door and just didn't look at it.
It didn't exist.
Oh, it was just such a monumental job just looking at it. I knew it was going to be huge. Just little things like we had all the stands. We had all our threads left over from the shop on stands. Well, clearly I want to keep the threads for our designing, but all the floss. But the stands were just big metal stands. The DMC stand was a big round
horrible
carousel. We've now got cabinets to put all the DMC in. So I had to, but again, it's getting it from that carousel into the big drawed cabinet. So because we had the time, when we realised that this linen was going to be another week or whatever it was, I thought, well, let's just do it.
Oh yeah, we had a week where we actually had no linen.
Yeah. Oh,
at all.
Yeah, just a bit of Ada here and there. But anyway, regardless, I said to him, there was a couple of days I said, you might as well just go home because there's nothing you could do here. So I just got stuck into that room. And it was one of those things, I don't know, I'm debating about whether to put a before shot up where I had everything. The room didn't look like this at the beginning. It looked like this as I took everything out of boxes and strewn it all over the floor.
Yeah, embarrass yourself.
I'll put a before photo up. And so at one point I was sitting there amidst this huge mess I was making for myself because I wanted everything out of the boxes. I went through every single thing. A lot of the boxes on the floor were the rubbish boxes that I was throwing things in, but still and the good thing is because, you know, I could just, at the end of the day, I could just leave it all there and come back in. It took me, I think, 3 full days, didn't it, Brent? I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think Brent thought it was ever going to be sorted or there was ever an end inside in there. But finally, I got it all organised. In fact, if we do our little pre-Christmas, which we will do, video next week, I'll show you the folders and everything. I'll put all my charts in. I've got it all beautifully organised. And it's actually a beautiful, beautiful room now. It's our stitching room. It's our lunch room. It's our, whatever room.
I'll have to
It's our relaxing room in between. Like when Brent has, he usually have about
I have
40
to keep
minutes
coming
between.
and dragging you out of there because you.
Oh, that's just.
I find you laying on the lounge.
Oh, that's not true. But what we did is we were lucky. We went down because normally little couches sofas and stuff take a couple of months to be delivered. But luckily, we went up to one of those super centres, one of those furniture super centres where they have beds and lounges and all sorts of stuff. And we found a place that had current stock in the warehouse. So we bought a two-seater couch. I brought up my stitching chair from home. And Brendan hung all my floss around the wall. Well, there's more to go up, but we've got to go back to IKEA. And, so we'll insert a photo, a before and an after here.
See if you can tell the difference.
Every time we walk past it now, Brendan just says, oh, it's so nice in there. And you even put the television in there, one that your mum and dad weren't using anymore, so we have a television set up in there. But as I said, Brendan also has some periods between when he's waiting for stuff to finish dying, and then he has another period where he has to wait for it all to be washed out. So it's nice to have somewhere he can maybe just go in there, read a book, watch some telly while he's waiting.
I'll have dye clothes on. I can't.
Well, you've got a shower here. I said that to you. Said you'll just change clothes, go and sit in there for 40 minutes or so, clothes. And then hardly. That's where it's lucky having a shower and stuff here. So so that'll be a lovely way to relax during the day that we haven't had before. And it makes me happy every time I walk past there. So yeah. And the other thing is too, many of you may remember the X-Stitch the Rainbow that we participated in we didn't do Expo because we were flying back from the United States, but a group of designers got together and created a group called X-Stitch the Rainbow. And we did, the last one we did, so even though we didn't do Expo, some designers who were not doing Expo also participated in the X-Stitch the Rainbow. The last one was using 4 skeins of cottage garden threads. And we had to do a little 60 by 60, I think it was an autumn garden theme. And we actually did 2 designs for that. But it's happening again. This time it'll be a market release for 25 designers who are participating. The theme has just been decided on. The great news is the 4 colours this time will be from Tringway Silks, which we've never used before, but I'm very excited to try. They're going to be at market as well, so I'll be very curious to go in and have a look at their full range of silks. So the theme's been decided. I'm not quite sure whether I'm allowed to say what the theme is yet, but here I'll just insert the little detail that's up on Instagram at the moment. So so as soon as the silks arrive, they're sending them over. Once the palette, we voted on the theme. Now we're voting on the palette. There are 4 palettes to choose from. So I've voted this morning. So as soon as that's been decided, they will get the silks across to us. I'll get a design going in the meantime so I can quickly stitch that up. We won't be releasing it until market, but we will show you sneak peeks leading up to market. So so that's very exciting. And we look forward to going to that. Oops, I just dropped something.
I hope it wasn't important.
No, well, it's important, but it didn't break. Okay, that's our news.
Okay, so also sneakily in the last 2 weeks, we released a new linen colour. So the linen colour was designed.
No.
I know what it's called.
No, but I thought you might want to show the name anyway.
Wow. It was designed specifically for a design that Beth Twisted.
Beth Twisted, yep.
Has
Who
released.
Let the Frogs Out.
Yeah. So the fabric is one that Beth named and she commissioned, and it's called Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I think because there's a lot of nice slimy green on the back as well. So that's it.
So I didn't do a good enough job holding the fabric. Is that what you're saying? Wow.
But we were waiting on Beth to let us know. We knew it was being released sometime in December, so that's why it was sort of not last minute, but it was it was released last week. So Beth is all proceeds of the Who Let the Frogs Out chart. You can find that on Heartstrings Samplery's website. We showed that last week.
Or Acorns.
Acorns and Threads are selling it, I think. I know that Janine actually got it. She already knew the linen was coming out, so she got an order in that. She should have that very soon. But we're just for the month of December, we're also selling the linen just so everyone can get it quickly because it all was it wasn't last minute. It's been worked on since March, but we were just waiting on the release date. So so you can order that from us. You can and
Janine at
Acorns and Threads I know has it, and any other shops that want to order it can order it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very cute site. I have an amazing, just abnormal fear of frogs. So, but I still want to stitch the design. Everyone laughed when they saw it, and who know my terrible fear of frogs. So I said, yeah, I don't want them jumping on me, but I can stitch them. So so that's going to be a fun stitch.
Yeah. And also we've had a lot of feedback about last month's fabric of the month. November's fabric of the month.
December's is on its way now.
Which
you can get that,
yeah, is called Dirt Track. So the feedback has been amazing for this linen colour. And for everyone that's asking, it will be released at market in March.
Yep, the shops will get the details about that when we do our market release email, which will be probably in February. But we just want to let everyone know because we've just been inundated with messages saying, will this be a general? I think Brenda and Laura showed it on their Flosstube and a few other people have. And so, it's just been, and plus a lot of people who actually received it as a fabric of the month also want to know, can they buy more of it? So yes, so that'll be March next year.
Yeah.
So thank you. That was it was lovely to get that feedback.
Yeah.
So So that hopefully will answer those questions because we're getting inundated with messages about it. So Yay.
Okay,
what have we got? Stitching. Well, my stitching, I can't show any stitching because all of my stitching has been for Christmas gifts. So, I can't show any because most of them I think will be watching this video. So, sorry about that. But Brendan's done a bit of stitching.
I need a tiny little bit because the Zoom last weekend when I started to stitch, then we talked about automatic cutters and I went down rabbit holes.
Yeah, you couldn't get your computer out quick enough to find them.
I found a really nice one, fully automated. It was only $65,000.
$65,000. Yeah.
Oh, plus tax. But it was amazing.
It was amazing. I think we worked out that we could do a 15-metre roll, which is what we have them. What was it, Brendan? By the time we would get the next roll out of the plastic sleeves and stuff and put it on, the whole 50 would be cut.
Yeah.
I think it was something like it could do the 50-metre bolt in something like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes or something.
Yeah. So we win lotto, we'll be buying the $65,000 cutter. Well, you maybe will be dying from Jamaica, from the Caribbean or somewhere. I don't know if we won lotto, whether we'd still be working anyway. So everyone's thinking, don't let them win.
We're never going to win anyway, so you got to put tickets in to win.
Which we do.
Not very often.
Every week.
Okay, we do. So stitching, as I said, I've done a little bit, but not all that much. I'm probably the slowest stitcher in the universe.
Bring on the Christmas break, sweetie.
So probably still won't stitch. We'll go and lay in the sun somewhere.
Probably read a book.
I'll go and swim. So I did a little tiny bit of work on my birthday stitch along, which I've only got June. 6 months to finish it before the next one. So that was Mary Inglis, Mary Wynn Farms.
You can get that as a PDF.
So I got a little bit of that done. And a few people have asked about the needle minder as well. That's from Rebel
Stitcher.
And I think I put about 20 stitches in this one, which is...
It all counts, baby.
Yeah, a new constellation from Plum Street. And that's where I'm up to there.
That's on Saltbush. That's beautiful, Bren.
Yes, Saltbush and...
Paperbark.
Paperbark, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, so he beat me this week. Oh, he didn't really. I've actually finished several ornaments, but like I said, I can't show them. So what's next? Purchases. So I guess what we bought at the Van Gogh exhibition
Yeah, so I bought a couple of things at that exhibition.
I bought a bag, which is a lovely canvas bag, and it says, "I have nature and art and poetry, and if that is not enough, what is enough?" Vincent van Gogh. Love that bag.
I bought a subtle bag. So I got
That's Brendan's favourite painting in the world. So
I think it's the same one back and front.
yeah.
So I got a new bag to carry around my stitching stuff in.
Yep. It's beautiful.
Starry Night, and just so I stay hydrated as well, I got the drink bottle with Starry Night on it.
And I got a lovely scarf, but I left that at home.
And
I got one of these too, but I didn't bring one in. Brent's got to make these into needle minders for us.
And we bought little enamel pins as well. So I've got to cut the pins off them and glue some magnets onto them. So we'll do that over the break.
And that's got a lovely little, that's like Starry Night in a jar, and it says, "Seeing the stars makes me dream," which is lovely. Yes, you can just make that for me as well, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did you buy?
So, whoops, get off there. So last year, Lola Crow had some spooky Christmas designs.
Cryptid ornaments.
Yeah. And this year they're basing them on little like ghosty things. So we bought that set. So the first one is a Christmas ghost story, and it's a
The theme for the set of 4 is Christmas after midnight.
little ghosty dude.
Baba Yaga?
Yeah, and a
Baba Yaga gingerbread house.
Yeah, but there's decapitated gingerbread men as well.
They are so up your alley, Brendan.
Christmas in the Belfry. So it's got little bats in a belfry. And the last one is my favourite, I think.
Mine too.
It's a skeleton and a snowman.
It's called Snow and Bones or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
All 4 of those come as one purchase.
Yeah, and you buy them.
Don't know if you can buy them individually. You always just buy the 4, same as last year.
Yeah, on Lola Crow cross-stitch Etsy store.
Yeah. Lola Crow was the one Brent actually wants to start in the new year. I actually bought it, but he's actually going to stitch it. I think the Haunted Library sale that was released. We've got all the parts now, and Brent's absolutely in love with that one. So, and that will be a massively fun stitch. So that's one of your New Year plans. So, we're talking about my purchases?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Righto. So, I think you remember in the last Flosstube we mentioned that my sampler box from Kitten Stitcher was about to arrive any day now. So I was watching, and I thought that Brenda and Laura would show. I was sure they would have purchased it, which they did, and they showed in their last video. And when I got to the point, it was so funny because Laura must have watched ours, because she said, "Okay, Karen, you can stop the video now until yours arrives because we're going to do some spoilers." So I paused it. Thankfully, it got here the next morning, so I could go back and finish watching it the next day. But it is fantastic. I'll just go through the little things that were in there. This, you probably see this on people's videos, so I'll just be quick. This one's called Snow White's Forest mini pom-pom trim from Dames of the Needle. Can you put those X? I don't want to know my shoulder. Fabulous stickers from Kathy Barrick. I love these. I've got a good collection of those now to put on the back of your frames when you finish them. Fabulous notebook, which I can now start using. Okay, sorry about the crinkle. Rachel Sherd 1900. Now this is from Hands Across the Sea. I love it because the person who stitched it was aged 82. I should have taken that out of the bag, sorry. I love this one. This one's called A Ship for Mary by Heartstring Samplery. And Beth stitched that one on hog bristle. This one is Hands to Work, Rules for Living. I like this one too. I like them all. They're all fabulous. This is Little Annie Lewis by La Di Da. It's an adaptation of a sampler from Laurie. This one's Maria Clark, 1846 sampler from Needlework Press. This box was such good value. I know that Teresa from Kit and Stitcher ordered a lot of boxes because I know the Advent one from last year sold out in no time at all, so I think this time she ordered more. Last time I looked, she still did have some boxes. I don't know if they're still available. Very good value for money. I love this one too. This is In Memory of Louise, 1874 by Cross Stitch Antiques. This is gorgeous. It's
pretty, that one.
Isn't it beautiful?
Kathleen's done a good job reproducing that one.
Yeah, she has. Jane Freebarn, 1850 by Victoria Rose Needle Art. This is a gorgeous one too. And I've left my favourites to last. Jane Allen Collection, 3 cross-stitch patterns by Hello from Liz Matthews. I love the big one. And Elizabeth Haig, 1802 by her mum, Kathy Barrett. I'll take this one out of the packet. And my favourite of all of them is from our beautiful friend Tanya from the Scarlet House. This is 100% going on in my stitching rotation. This is called Sarah Barnes. This is my favourite. And I think I saw on Instagram the other day, someone's actually finished that and it's stunning. So, yeah. And there was, I think that was from the Halloween box. And another thing I just remembered, and I had to take this off. I picked it, I just dropped it a minute ago, and have I dropped it again? Where is it?
It was there 2 minutes ago.
It was. What have I done with it? Oh, here we are. This I had to get off my scissor fob because I'd already put it on my scissor fob. This was from Heartstring Samplery in the box, and it's a beautiful little horn book, and it just goes on a thing for your scissors. It's gorgeous. It comes from a tree on Beth's property, and her lovely husband made it from scratch. So it was from an old tree, I think, that you're not having that, Brendan. I knew he'd want to swipe that. Apparently, the trees that have lived their life, that have fallen down on their property, they've got beautiful acreage in the Pacific Northwest, and so they're. Beth's husband made that, put it through the mill. They did the laser cutting on there. Fabulous. I think you're going to see a lot more things coming out of the wood shop there. So, yeah. So that was fantastic. Oh, there were stickers and stuff as well, which I don't have on at the moment. Oh, there's my little Van Gogh thing. So I'll leave that with you to make into a magnet for me, baby. Okay, so what else did I buy? This was one I bought from the Jingle Ball, which I forgot to show last week. This one's Seasons of the Heart Winter by Blue Flower. I think that might complete the seasons now. I know I've got the others. I'm pretty sure Janine has done all 4 seasons now. There may still be one more to come. I'm not sure. And our lovely friend Annie from Annie B's Folk Art released one called First Snow. I contacted her because I know this is available as a printed chart in her shop, but she also did it as a PDF. I bought a PDF off her, so it's not printed very well, but this one's called First Snow, and I love it. So that's Annie B's Folk Art. Oh my gosh, I've actually bought quite a lot. Now, this was only released yesterday, but I had to have it because I'm a massive Barbara Anna fan. And I love all the animals in dresses and stuff like this. Well, this was a no-brainer. This is called Bountiful Dreams, and it's a steampunk fox. So that's just fabulous. I love that so much. Okay, well, this is again absolute no-brainer. When the Leaves Fall, the new book from Blackbird Designs. So excited! It's beautiful as always. Isn't that gorgeous? And autumn's my favourite season, so this one's everything. Wonderful, isn't it beautiful? They do the best books. Alma does the best books. And I think some of those are ones that I think I heard someone say that Barb was working on as well. So I think Alma's finishing a lot of the projects, which is wonderful. When I was down at the Cruel Goblin, now this one Julie, who works for the other Julie at the Cruel Goblin, she had stitched this, and it was just gorgeous. And like the picture on the cover is lovely, but in real life, it is gorgeous. In fact, if you check out the Instagram page for the Cruel Goblin, the finished piece is actually just a couple of posts back. You can't miss it, and it's gorgeous. So this is Christmas Blocks by Threadwork Primitives. It was beautiful. It was just stitched on just a natural linen, and it was gorgeous. So yeah, check out their Instagram page for that finish. Oh, that's my receipt. I was going to say. I also bought in the Roger the Reek. This is an exclusive for Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin. This is by Samplers Not Forgotten, and I got the complete kit, which is gorgeous, and it's called Peace on Earth.
You haven't opened it this time.
I know, because I wanted to show how beautifully they package everything. So now I can rip that one open.
Normally Karen rips into it and pulls all the threads apart and then complains that she can't get it back looking as pretty again.
I do. Oh. Now from... Oh, that's just a thing for it, baby. Thank you. I think I've said last video, I think, or the one before, that I'm in the Fabric of the Month Club by XG Designs. I just did the 3 months, and I definitely want to do it longer if I could extend it. It's the Prim Club, and this one's month is Cinnamon. I suppose I should. This is an interesting... Must be a fabric softener, so I'm not sure. But that's the colour. It looks like cinnamon, doesn't it?
Mm.
Cinnamon. So that's the colour for November. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's always nice to get...
I'll put it back.
Thanks, baby. It's always nice to get fabric from different companies. As I said last time, it's always, you always like to stitch on a variety of linens. All our models clearly are on ours, but I'm very fortunate to have a huge selection of Bren's linens here, but every so often, if it's a personal stitch, I like to stitch on something different. There's a company in Australia called Number 12 Stitch Co. I'm sure many of you have heard of that. I finally snagged a project bag and some linen from Number 12 Stitch Co. I love this fabric so much. So when I saw they had, it's so funny, they had I think they had two project bags in this fabric, and it, when you see on those things that says, there's only one left and 5 people have this in their cart or whatever, it always makes me think, oh. So I put it in my cart, the other one actually, because I think this one had a green, I can't remember, I think one had red here and one had green. So I thought, oh, which one do I want? In the time I was trying to decide, the red one went. So I thought, well, you know what, green's my favourite colour, so that's a no-brainer. But the trouble is I was still wanting to shop, so I was and it only had one left as well, so I was trying to get the other couple of things in my cart before this one went. Thankfully, I got this one, though. I also bought a piece of their linen, which I've seen a few people have stitched things on. This is Salted Caramel, and it's really pretty. It's just a good neutral. So that arrived. No plans yet, but it's always good to have it there in my stash. And I also got this spread. I also got... They also do, they all do some bling. They do like, the scissor fobs and the stuff that you put on your scissors or your thread rings. They've got those. I bought those in the past. I didn't this time, but I did get some floss drops because I love crows. So I saw those. So they're like, and they just have like the DMC number on the back. So if it's a crow, I have to have it. So or raven, whichever. Is a raven or a crow, baby. You always know the difference. So yeah, so I mostly bought it for my project bag, which I'm really happy about.
Or was it a blackbird?
Could be a blackbird, could be a crow, could be a raven.
Don't know.
6 to 1, half a dozen the other. Okay, oh gosh, I'm going through as quick as I can. So, Teresa Kogut, I'm a patron, as I've mentioned a million times. Once again, charts knocked it out of the park this month. We've got a sweet song. I'm in her level 4, tier 4. Oh, and I just remembered the last part of the strawberry sample will be out today. I'll have to download that as well. Blustery Day. I love this one. I love that. And my favourite is this one. Because when you are sweltering at Christmas time in Australia, I love to do all things frosty and snowy and everything. This one is called 'Tis the Coldest of Days. Oh, that was my favourite of this month. She also has a small ornament every month that you can purchase as a member, and this is called Frostbite. And that's a snowman with wings. Like, I mean, how could you not? Isn't that the cutest thing? How cute is that?
It's like he's throwing snowballs at people.
I know, from above. I think it's hilarious. At the Jingle Ball, one of the things I did purchase, I think it might have been exclusive for the Jingle Ball, but it's a 3-part Christmas time mini mystery series from Tiny Modernist. So part 1 dropped last week, part 2 is this week, and part 3 I think is next week, obviously next week. So this is part 1 and part 2, and it's called, Christmas Time. So you can see the bottom part still has to be released yet. Just some little things that arrived. The reindeer, which is the last part in the year in the woods from Cottage Garden Samplings. I always get them around the wrong way. Love this one. This is Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitching. This is called Bluebirds and Bluebells, and I love that one too. It's a new release. Hopefully there's not too much glare there. This is one of my favourites. I just love this. I'll check it out. I think this is very shiny. This one, I can never pronounce this company. I think they're going to be at Nashville Market, I think I saw.
Sewed ID, I think.
Sewed ID. Atelier Sewed ID. I just, look, we are butchering that. But this is gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure she had that beautiful blue sampler book thing you bought last year. But she's going to be at Market. But this one's called, what is it called, baby? Elizabeth P. Dawn Boss 1822. Oh my gosh. Nothing worse than Australians butchering some sort of language. Goodness. But how good's that? That would be a perfect one for Black Sampler November next year. Another one from Simone.
Simone's coming to market, isn't she?
She is, yes. I'm sure I saw that last week, so I'm really excited by that. And this is a new book that she's released. Have you seen this yet?
No, you didn't show it to me.
No. Well, they just arrived. In fairness, I haven't even had a look through it yet. I had a quick flick through, but this is Simone Smalls, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book. Oh, there we go. There's pictures on the back, baby. It's just a little red book full of smalls. Can't go wrong with red smalls. And last but not least, for my... What happened?
I don't know.
What went down? I have a drink. Oh my God, I'm choking on live on camera. Oh, you're right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My eyes are watering.
I was going to say, you're right there, baby. Be Merry All by La-Di Da. Just a really, really cute one. Great little Christmassy one. And that are my purchases. Yes. What we were going to do today, I've got a bunch of smalls. My friend Carol from New Hampshire in the States, her and I have been swapping Christmas ornaments for, 20 years. They all mean the world to me. Plus my other stitching friends, we swap ornaments at Christmas. I've got a stack of smalls. But as we forgot to do our festive Christmas thing today, what we'll do is we'll show those next week. So I don't know who I'm not going to be able to tell you who all the designers are because obviously they're gifts and I don't know all of them. But I've probably got about 50 over there to show you. So we'll do a Christmas Smalls Parade next week in our Santa hats. Okay.
So I'll sit here and look pretty.
Yes, he can just put them up to the camera for me.
You've got glitter on your face.
I have no doubt I've got glitter
There's glitter everywhere.
One thing I forgot while I was in cleaning that room for those 3 days, one of the days Brendan was home, he went out and did a little bit of shopping. And when I got home that night, it was quite late, that last night when it was all finished and lovely, I got home and I was driving up. We have a road that runs parallel. We've got like farmlands across from our house, but there's a road that runs parallel to our house. And I looked through the bush and I thought, oh my gosh, somebody in our street has really gone all out and decorated their house with lights. Anyway, I came around the corner, came up our street, and I realised as I got closer, it was our house. Brendan had gone out because he knows how much I love fairy lights and coloured lights and twinkling lights, and he completely wrapped our house in a curtain of coloured lights, and it's so, so pretty. And yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that, but that's something else that happened during the week I just thought of. So, yeah. So that was a sweet thing. He said, I knew you'd been working hard and you'd like to come home to a nice surprise. So it looks like Christmas vomited all over our house. So that was a lovely, lovely surprise. Okay. Now we've been getting Christmas cards daily. It's just a joy every time I go to the post office. It really is. But in those cards have been some lovely gifts as well. So our lovely friend Karen, this was a beautiful surprise, along with an amazing cake recipe, which I can't wait to try. I think it was for a white chocolate and raspberry almond cake. So that'll be in the recipes I'm typing up. But she also, she didn't make these. She had, I think a friend of hers makes these. But look at these beautiful little wool felt needle books. They're just gorgeous. Look at that. So, Karen, thank you. That absolutely made our day. It's just beautiful. I'm assuming mine was the pink and yours was the blue.
Well, it's
anyway, so that was lovely.
It's the way it's worked out.
It has.
I thought you want that one anyway because it's got like fuchsias on it.
It does. It's got fuchsias. It's beautiful. Oh, we actually bought some nice plants during the week too. That was another thing we did. Our friend Tioni. Oh, apart from a bunch of chocolates, which Bren has already consumed, so we can't show you those.
Only half.
Oh, okay. The rest in the fridge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only eaten half so far.
She gave us this beautiful, I can now start to use it, a beautiful little reindeer, what would you call it? A little votive candle holder, and with some lovely green pine-scented tea lights that go inside, so that'll all glow beautiful at night time, and also a little what do you call it? Nutcracker. So thank you, Tioni. We got these in with a Christmas card. We also got these. I won't mention some people's names. We don't know whether you want your name mentioned or not, but this lovely stitcher is from Idaho, and it's just awesome. So along with the Christmas card, we got needle miners, potatoes from Idaho. I can now start using it now that we've shown them. That just made our day. That was so cool. Our friend Jenny, who we swap ornaments with for Halloween and Christmas every year. She's our lovely friend. I got spoiled. I got Plum Street. Oh, my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. Plum Street samples, but I can't think of the name of the design. But that was mine. Can you remember what yours was by? It's in the card. Sorry, Jen. But Jenny, thank you so much.
Cool fabric on the back too.
And it's got Annie Downs, who's a lovely Australian patchwork designer, and it has fabric lines. It has that on the back. So, Jenny, you know how much, and Plum Street, of course, she knows me well. And yours is just good. You've got, looks like she's used, is it a metallic in the snow? Because it's sparkling.
It's all sparkly. I don't know if you can see it. The snow.
The sparkle.
It's all sparkly.
I just love that so much. What else? Oh, then this came in a big card. The cards are amazing. Thank you so much. It's making my day every day I go to the post office. Oh, look at the little sticker.
The little cards. So this was from Janice.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
All the way from Mexico. So that's gorgeous. But
so she sent us photos of her little puppets.
Yeah.
And she also stitched this. This is sparkly too.
Is that a sticker for her?
No,
no, it's just cards, yeah. Isn't this gorgeous? It's all sparkles too.
It's all sparkly too.
I mean, I said to Brendan, when people stitch things like this for us,
little red nose.
It's just so lovely to think that this lovely stitcher in Mexico is sitting there thinking of us and stitching something for us that will be on our tree forever. So, you know, it just really touched our heart. You know, we appreciate it so much. And my other friend, Catherine, she stitched me a beautiful little ornament over was over one, and I've left it at home because it's on the tree. So, but it was gorgeous, and she stitched the whole thing over one. So, Catherine, thank you, and also happy birthday for last week, and happy birthday to our beautiful friend Jo down at the Rock, down in New South Wales. It was her birthday this past week as well. We love you, Jo. Okay, now, and this was gorgeous. So this came, so this is from a supplier in Perth. Yours is the Krampus, and mine is the pumpkin. So this is from Michelle, and she sent, apart from a fabulous recipe and a gorgeous card, she sent us these fabulous needle minders. I don't know whether you can put that at the back, baby, so you can.
We'll put them back on the card.
Well, put them back on the card. That's a good idea. And then I'll flip the card over and show you who it's by. They're strong magnets, which I always love. Yeah, so hang on, make sure they're around the right way. We're really organised, aren't we? There we go. So that's fabulous. She knows as well, too, because you know us and everything, non-conventional. But that is, that's the name of the place. It's called Unconventional Cross Stitch. And we got 2 beautiful stickers as well. That's going on my drink bottle this afternoon. So Unconventional Cross Stitch and Keep Calm and Cross Stitch on. So unconventionalcrossstitch.com. And apparently they're over, it's a supplier over in Perth, Western Australia. So check them out. We love that. Thank you, Michelle. All these lovely surprises. Oh, and I'll move that gorgeous chart for a minute. Now, a while back, I had a out of print chart which I loaned to a friend over in the United States, and then I said to her, "Look, you can just," because I knew she was stitching it straight away, which she did, and it's gorgeous. And I said to her, "Look, just post the chart back to me at market when we're over there, save you the international postage." Well, then it was released as a chart from 1884 stitchery. And I said to her, she wanted to buy me the PDF as well as send me back the original. I said, "Look, you just keep the original now. I bought the PDF to save you having to send it back to me." Anyway, and she wanted, but I said, "It's not a problem. I was happy to send it to you, whatever." And anyway, during the week, not to be, she wanted to do something, obviously. So this was a gorgeous surprise. So she saw us mention daisy chain stitchery in our previous Flosstube, and I showed those lovely scissors that I bought. Anyway, lovely surprise during the week. I get this lovely package from Daisy Chain, and it turns out they're from this lovely friend in the States. So she said, basically, this was her way of thanking me for sending her the chart, which wasn't necessary, but I'm very happy she did. So this is beautiful. So the last pair were silver, and they were the larger ones. These are in like a rose gold, which I love. It's my favourite. And they're the smaller ones. So how beautiful are they? So, and again, because they're such a lovely gift, I will treasure them and I'll use them all the time. I won't say the person's name because I don't want to embarrass them, but you always know when you get a package and it's all wrapped in this gorgeous stuff, you're in for something. Everything comes from Daisy Chain, this beautiful packaging. I don't know actually how it arrived because the address was wrong. We really don't know how it arrived, but
post office sorted it.
The post office worked it out. Thankfully, we know the locals at the post office, so that was very, very kind, and we love it. Also, in one of our, again, I won't say the person's name, but in with one of the cards was a present for the girls, which we will have them dressed in next week. But look at this. Is that not the cutest thing? So what are they, Brenda? Little doggy scarves.
Little dog scarves.
And luckily they Velcro on, so we will dress girls up in those next week. So thank you so much. That was so cute. Okay, our lovely friend, this is certainly, as I say last but certainly not least, and then I'll show you my gingerbread. Our gorgeous friend Julie, Kansas City Gogh, Colorado World, who also is Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. She released this gorgeous thing during the week, which she sent me. Now, if you want to see the details on this, check out Julie, Kansas City Gogh, Colorado World, her last Flosstube, and you'll see all about this beautiful thing. Now, she has a stitch along. She did want to release it, I believe, in November. But, no, I think she was going to do it for like around Thanksgiving. But she had a problem, I think, with her computer. So, but what she did do is, I haven't got there. I can't see it to show you. I don't know if you can see this, but at the bottom, so you'll see 2 cats, which was in the original textile that she had. We were talking about, and I thought they were little whippets. And she said, oh, they could be. So they're cats, but she said they're close to looking like whippets. So she also, in this same chart, designed it with 2 whippies, or Italian greyhounds, or greyhounds, which are right down the very bottom. You can see that there are 2 whippies in there. So thank you, Julie. That's fabulous. The stitch along is happening at the moment for that. Check out Julie, Kansas City, Gogh, Colorado World for all the, I'm not sure what the hashtag is, but I can't wait to start that one. I'm thinking about picking another, that one's done in 2 colours, but I'm thinking about doing another couple of colours to make it a little different, because I know a lot of people will be doing red and green, so yeah, can't wait to start that. And then, it's Christmas, because my lovely husband, every year, ever since we visited Scotland and found Grasmere gingerbread.
They weren't in Scotland.
What was it in Scotland?
They're in the Lakes District.
Oh, what did I say? Scotland. Did I? In the Lakes District of England. Wow, that's weird. I don't even know why I would think that. We found Grasmere, this little village of Grasmere, which was right next to where we were staying. It's just like a picture postcard. It was at Christmas time. The place was lit with fairy lights. It was so beautiful. And we went there the next day, and there was this little tiny brick cottage that looked, it was just like Santa and Mrs. Claus were working in there. It's just, I know I've talked about this last year, but every year since, Brendan has had a delivery of gingerbread delivered a week before Christmas. And this year was no exception. And I did post this on Instagram during the week, 2 days ago or something. And a lot of people have said that they are now buying it since I recommended it last year. You can get this gingerbread all year round. They deliver worldwide, very fast. They have a courier service, so it's all fresh. Yeah. So you can buy this gingerbread all year. For me, though, it's just Christmas. So Brendan outdid himself this year. So I got this little gingerbread. It all comes in a beautiful big box. So this is the little kind of canvas bag. And in this one, what's in this one? Well, it's Sarah Nelson's recipe. There's obviously the gingerbread, which all comes wrapped in a beautiful wax paper. I can't wait. Now I'm showing this. I can finally eat it. Oh, it arrived yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday it arrived. There's Sarah's festive fudge, all homemade on the premises at Grasmere in England. Every year there's a little tiny handmade ornament. Some of this is for Brendan because I don't eat chocolate, but this is milk chocolate gingerbread shapes. And what's this, baby? You make a hot chocolate out of that, do you?
Yeah, you have hot milk and you put that in there and it melts and you have hot chocolate.
And then...
You can never put these back in the bag.
Baby. And then this little tin, which has foxes and rabbits and badgers and all sorts of gorgeousness on there, is beautiful. And so in that is another packet of gingerbread. Fabulous. Oh, I can't wait to tuck into that. And then this main tin arrived. And it is...
Show the lid.
I'm going to show the lid. It actually comes in this beautiful box, beautiful tin. Because Brendan knows I collect tins. So this, I think, every year there's a tin box. And this year, I think, is the best one so far. And that's the lid. So it's all about robins this year. That's their theme for the year.
And gingerbread men.
Gingerbread men and robins, red robins. So, yeah, so that's the lid. And the robins are all around the tin. So they're all around the tin. Just gorgeous. And in this is some more stuff. So more fudge. What is that, baby? Victorian Christmas conserve. I don't know what's the flavours in that.
Red currants, sultanas.
Mixed spice.
Ground ginger, mixed spice.
Nutmeg.
Yeah, so it's got
cloves.
cassia, cinnamon, ginger, allspice, nutmegs, and cloves.
So that's it's a conserve or a jam.
Mm.
So that's
Christmas toast.
we can open that now. And then a giant packet of gingerbread. I'm so excited. Oh, it's so good. So good. And this is my favourite of all. A little felted red robin. And look at this. I don't think you can show. It's got a little package of gingerbread in its wing. Is that not the most gorgeous thing? Oh, we've got the Mr. Whippy ice cream van coming in. So, yeah, I love that so much. So, yeah. So now it's starting to feel like Christmas, isn't it, baby?
Now I can eat this.
Now we can start eating it. That's right. Okay, what's next? So that's all our nice things. What's next, baby?
Plans.
Well, my friend Vicky from Stitch and Button asked us to design a little Christmas ornament for a 12 Days of Christmas box that she was selling. It was her first box ever. She did an outstanding job doing it. It sold really well for her, which we're pleased. We were only too happy to do it for her. We were happy to do it as a gift for her box. We didn't want anything for it, but because of that, she actually sent me a box, which was unexpected, but very, very appreciated. So you can't get these because... No, I'm not going to open them. I'm just going to say...
Anything,
no, but what it is, you do see the beautiful bag, because Vicky makes these beautiful bags from Stitch and Button. So it's a beautiful Christmas bag. And what it is the box is a bunch of tiny packages. There's 12. So you see that when you open the box. The rest of them are all little packages to open. They've all got numbers on them. They're designed to be open for the 12 days of Christmas. So they will start on Christmas Day, on the 25th, and then go one package a day for 12 days, for the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm very excited to open them all. I'm guessing that one is the design that we did, so that's the only one that's not a surprise for me. Yeah, so I'm really very excited. I know that there are three people, as you said. One was us, one was Dreamer Bug, and one was Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. So that's very, very exciting. So what I will do probably on Instagram, I'll do a daily opening, or we may do a daily opening on Flosstube, I don't know. I'll do a daily opening of those starting on the 25th of December, which will be a day earlier for everybody in the Northern Hemisphere. I'll open it on the 25th here. That'll be... Oh, no, I won't, actually. I won't post until the next day because otherwise it'll be a spoiler for the people.
You're going to daily home.
Oh, and there was also lollies in there too. Candy. 2 lots of candy were in there, so Bren will make the most of those. So, yes, so thank you, Vicky. I can't wait to open that with everybody else on the 25th. So I'll open them on Boxing Day. Yeah, so that's my plans. I'm going to just keep finishing these Christmas ornaments, getting orders out with you. I've got my doctor's appointment to get my knee, work out what's happening with my knee on the 21st, so that's only next week. I'm anxious to get that done and that surgery done in plenty of time for us to be able to go to market. So that's pretty much it. We're just getting ready for Christmas. We're going up to have Christmas Day with Bren's mum and dad, and then I'm going out to see my dad. We were going to go out and see my dad this Saturday, but...
Tomorrow,
yeah. But Dad got COVID first time, but he's really, really good. He took those antivirals and he's doing really well. But then Margie, my stepmother, she's got it and she's actually very sick. So I think she's over the worst of it. But so we thought, well, first of all, we don't want to have any risk, especially with my knee thing, of getting COVID. And two, she just wasn't up for it this weekend. So we'll go out and see them probably day after Boxing Day.
Yep.
Have the day with my dad. Yeah, so that's my other plans. What are your plans? Just keep those orders going out.
Yeah, and try and get a few more stitches in.
Yep. So
giveaways. Because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of giveaways and some really nice ones this time.
I shall take that out of that packet.
Okay, so while you're doing that,
It's a bit crinkly.
So the first one we've got is a copy of the new Blackbird book. So we've got one copy of that to give away.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in going into the draw for that,
Did you say Blackbird?
yeah, if you include Blackbird somewhere in the comments, we'll put you into the draw for this book.
And when I was having my massive cleanup, at some point I've realised I bought 2 of these. So the other one is Harriet Goddard, 1817 by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. What will we say with that one? What's the name of it again, Harriet?
Yeah, too hard
to spell. Maybe just say deer. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Hands Across the Sea Samplers, but...
Oh, well, Hands Across the Sea. Just mention Hands Across the Sea in the comments to go in the draw for Harriet.
Yep, and don't forget, you need to also make sure that we've got your details in the Google form.
Yep.
So that way we can get them mailed out to you. So we only now give prizes out to people that have already given us their address in the Google form, because that way we can get them out to them.
Straight away. We had 2 many left over.
Otherwise, it takes sometimes months before we can actually find out who someone is and get them their prize.
Yeah. So please don't mention giveaway or anything like that.
Free or anything
Free
like
or any
that.
of those things, because the bots go crazy.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll start getting spam with people offering you,
All
telling
sorts
you
of
you've
stuff.
won stuff, but you have to send them money.
And now, just the other thing too is we will also be getting out for our Patreon level 4 members. We will be getting the fabric and the project bags out this month. We were delayed because Brent had to wait for the linen to arrive. So we are on that now, but that will definitely be getting sent out in December. So yeah, so for anyone in level 4, that's what's happening. We wanted it out the end of November, but unfortunately the linen hadn't arrived.
It's only just arrived.
So yeah, so they will definitely be getting posted out to our tier 4 members this month.
Yep.
I think that's about it. Brent's looking at his watch because we've got to get back to work. So we will be back next, probably Friday, so it'll load up on probably Christmas Eve with a smalls parade, which will be fun because there's some beautiful, beautiful smalls there. Like I said, probably at least 50, maybe 60.
Yep.
So we will do that next week.
And the girls will be here too to wish you
The
all
girls will
Christmas
be here,
and to model their new.
And to model their beautiful scarves. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And
See how long they last
yeah,
before they get taken off.
yeah. So that'll be next. Well, we'll film it Friday. Probably won't load it until Saturday, but it'll probably be Friday overseas. So yeah. So until then, I know there's going to be things we've forgotten, but luckily there's only a week to wait. So if we've forgotten, we'll show you next week. But until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.